Yeah. So I reported for New York Magazine this story under the headline, "Can you prove you're a citizen?" And the point I wanted to make with that article is something that I don't think enough Americans appreciate, which is that ICE arrests U.S. citizens all the time.
Really?
Under presidents of both parties. This happens all the time. And you know who the targeting, Chuck, is? Honestly, it's guys who look like you.
Whoa. Mexican rednecks? Big
Exactly.
old boys?
Honestly, it's guys darker than you and I, normally young.
Got no hair, looks like he just got out of jail.
Yeah, but I think it is a lot of racial profiling. Like most of the people, I've spoken to quite a few people who are U.S. citizens who have spent time in ICE detention. And it's mostly black and brown guys, mostly young, mostly 18, 25.
Who they look like, quote unquote, what they think a criminal should look like.
And that's the thing, is because guys will pull an ID. They'll pull a birth certificate. And theyese agents, they've looked you up and down and they've squinted their eyes and like, nah, I don't believe it. That's fake. What you're showing is a fake document. And so people who are showing, like there's this kid under Trump 1 in South Texas, who he got pulled over while going to a day for him to show off his soccer skills in Houston, going from South Texas up into Houston. Got pulled over and he was prepared. He had a short form of his birth certificate in his wallet. He had his state ID. He had some other form of documentation too, but basically he showed Border Patrol these documents and they said, "Nope, we're arresting you. We think we don't believe it." So I spoke to a guy, and this is the point that I think something very big has changed under Trump, but something that I want people to understand is this was happening before Trump too. And I spoke to a man named Davina Watson. This guy from Brooklyn, lives actually not far from where I am right now. And he was a U.S. citizen, and he was arrested by ICE because they thought he was an undocumented immigrant. You know how long he spent in ICE detention, Chuck? He spent 3.5 years in ICE detention.
What?
He spent 3.5 years in ICE detention fighting his case, over 1,200 days. He was a U.S. citizen every single second of that time.
Wow.
And so I thought, like, that's crazy. How do people spend that long in ICE detention? So I spoke to this woman, Jacqueline Stevens, at Northwestern. She's a law professor who studies this issue, and she looks at court documents of people whose deportation cases ended when the agency figured out they were citizens. So that you see that's why was this case dismissed? Oh, it's because they're a citizen. So she studied these because you can see it in all the documents. She's connected with people directly who have been arrested and even deported who are U.S. citizens. And she found that the average amount of time a U.S. citizen spends in ICE detention when they're arrested mistakenly is 180 days.